beautiful how the mist is coming across here. You can see it lighten up over there because the sun's coming up. Got a loon in the background. Life is good. Good morning, everybody. Mike from FisherMN here. What a beautiful morning it is this morning. There is no better place that I can think of to catch a landing monster. You know what? Sometimes it's good to come back to a place where you've had success. It's on a new lake just a couple of days ago and caught a few fish, but was a little bit slow. So let's see if this favorite place can give us a few bass. All right, one more and we'll try the other side for a landing monster. We'll get on with our regularly scheduled program. So believe it or not, it's getting to be mid-July in Minnesota, and this morning was 52 degrees. So suffice it to say, we were fishing kind of high pressure and a cold front coming through. It was pretty warm this past week, so if you've watched my channel, you know my theory, McDonald's drive-thru theory. There's always something eating. Just like at a McDonald's drive-thru, there's usually people there. Fish on. There we go. What do we got? I got a little bass. All right. There's the skunk side of the boat bass. Future 20-incher. Let's see if we can find his grandpa or great-grandpa today. This is a thunder cricket, black and blue. Oh, that's cool. Got a deer swimming across the lake over there. I don't know if it's can pick it up on video. I was wondering, they were on the island over there. There he is swimming across. I looked over and I'm like, what in the world? Just a deer. Oh, that was a better bass. Darn it. Just kind of sucked it in right in front of me. All right. We got a fish or two working over here. Kind of biting about how I would expect they would. Not ferocious right now. Nice to get a couple of bites early on. I wasn't sure how things would be with the fact that it's such a temperature difference. I mean, we're talking 30 degrees from the other day, so can't say the bites have been smashes, but at least there's something. What a beautiful sunrise. Let's get a fish in that beautiful sunrise. All right, worked around this section of the lake. One bass in and one nicer bass lost over there. Frog hit behind me. We shall continue on. Entering Lake 2. If I catch one right here, does it count for Lake 1 or Lake 2? We do not have to worry about it today. Early in the day, all I'm trying to do is see if there's a depth or a kind of cover that the fish are hanging around. So we've got it pretty much choked out. So about 4 feet is where it kind of breaks off. There's fish. All right. We'll sling them in. Chunky little guy. Right where he's supposed to be, on the weed hedge. Well, this guy wasn't getting off anytime soon. There we go, future 20-incher. Hopefully it'll just be a montage of future 20-inchers with a bunch of current 20-inchers mixed in. That's what's fun about fishing at chatterbait, is you feel that vibration and all of a sudden something interrupts that vibration and you know you got a hit. Not that I see a bunch of fish crashing all around me, but you know what? Sometimes you got to give them something to chase. Booyah! Buzzbait. Well, the wire just wasn't straight. It's the thing with buzzbaits. Gotta keep making sure you're adjusting them, especially after you've had a hit or a snag or something. Oh, there we go. That's a bigger one. All right. There's a big guy. Whew, right by the boat. I'm blabbing on about buzzbaits. Whammo. Good fish. Great fish, actually. There we go. All right. Big fish to the boat. I don't know that it's a current 20-incher, but it's on its way, that's for sure. Let's see what we got here. Oh, wow. We got 19 inches. Got a big old 19-inch bass. Beautiful, beautiful. There we go. Switch to buzzbait. Always nice when you make a switch and it works. Beautiful fish. Let's get it back out there. So I put that on because I wanted to be able to throw into where some of the higher weeds are and just kind of keep it above maybe the shallow cut of weeds. Is that just a rogue fish, or do we stumble upon a pattern? It's funny, you know, throwing the frog, not getting maybe one hit. The first 3 or 4 casts, getting 2 hits on this. Wow, that guy just sucked it in right by the boat. Sling it in. All right, future 20-incher. I'm just amazed at the hook set ratio. Is pretty darn good with these. I guess I just gotta wait till it gets like 5 to 10 feet from the boat. That's where they're gonna hit it. Come back and explore this side a little bit more depending on how things go on the other lake. Awesome to come to this side and pick up a few bass, lots of future 20-inchers, but getting a big guy in the boat, 19-incher. I'll take that all day long. Let's get over to the other lake and see what we can do. Just in case there's one hanging around here. And there is. It's getting bigger as we go here. All right. Look at that guy. A just in case cast. Got another nice one right in front of the lily pads, hanging out where he's supposed to be. What do we got for a length on this guy? He's still pretty fresh. Let's see if we can get him measured. 18. Let's go, 18-incher. Another fish in the boat. Another one to measure. He's throwing the electric shad right across the front of those lily pads there. Good way to come back to First Lake. So this lake usually has a few boats at it. I can see why people maybe didn't come today with this cold front coming through, but man, if you can pick off a 18 or 19-incher every once in a while, that is a good day. We're just getting started. All right, another hopeful spot coming up here. Let's see if we can find some around this favorite reed island. There's a fish. That's a big one. All right. Right off the edge there. Picking them off here and there. There we go. Nice fish. See what we got. So far we've got a 18 and 19 and 17 and 3/4. Nice. 17 and 3/4. Another nice fish in the boat. Fish was working right on the edge of the reeds. And our black and blue Evo got it. There we go. Oh, it's getting bigger. I thought it was just a little guy. There we go. Another one. It's our fourth fish we're gonna measure. Look at that big gut on that guy. Nice big belly. It's a measure kind of day. Let's see. Mouth closed. 17. Ooh, 17 and 3/4. 17 and 3/4-inch bass. Good fish. Makes sense that the fish would be around here. You know, the wind's kind of blowing into the side of the reeds. Fun to get some big fish in the boat. Take a quick trip down this reed island again, this time with the jig. Let's come from this way. You might see some extra openings that I didn't hit with the chatterbait. Get it in a little tighter. There we go. My line ended up under my kayak. Can we flip him? Let's flip him. Whoa. That's a pretty big flipper. It's on my line and was swimming towards me. All right, just to get a fifth measured. Hopefully we'll be culling this guy out, but what do we got? 15 and 3/4. All right. Yeah, that guy took it. And my line was like, well, didn't get much of a hook set, but sometimes they kind of hook themselves. Well, good news and bad news. The good news is I forgot to turn the camera on and I fished all through here. Bad news is there's nothing to show you. So the footage probably wouldn't have made it anyhow. I just cannot believe around these nice lily pads that we don't have any signs of life. There's a fish. What have we got? Ooh, chunky little northern. Alright, I like this guy. Alright, something working around here. Nice northern. Here we go. Looking for at least one cullfish and whatever else wants to bite. I don't know what's happened to this part of the lake. Used to be my go-to, but you know what? I'm glad I got other spots. Just not the same as what it used to be. I've fished it with weeds, without weeds. It's just kind of a big flat area. There's no real deep water right here. It's about 5.5 feet, and that's, I think, about as deep as it gets. All right, we're gonna keep searching for a cullfish or two. Let's see where we're at here for time. 10:30. The Price is Right is halfway over. That's probably what I would be doing, is watching that if I wasn't fishing. So glad to be fishing. Although I do like The Price is Right. There we go. Right on the weed edge. Looks like you got a bass. It's gonna measure. Let's flip it in and find out. Nope. Well, what do we got? Future 20-incher. Crabby birds. At least they sound crabby. Maybe that's their way of saying hi. I'm gonna go back over. I'm gonna fish the channel and then decide whether I want to go down that shore or go back over to the other lake. Or maybe both. Just a beautiful day. Not my traditional hot and muggy bass kind of day, but it's working out okay so far. I always got to catch fish by the buoy. Oh, there we go. This one might call. I do believe we've got our cullfish. Gave us a nice jump. Whew, he swallowed that. There we go, chunker. I think 15 3/4 is what we're trying to call. Got a couple of 17s, an 18 and a 19. Let's see what we got here. Mouth closed. 17 1/4. There we go. Beautiful fish. Oh. And it stayed down and then all of a sudden exploded, gave us a nice jump. That was awesome. All right, so nice to have a great limit in the boat. All fish over 17 inches. Couple of bigger ones. Now all we got to do is keep culling, because that means we're into the big ones. All right, we'll buzz over to this shore, do a little short version of it. Then I think that's gonna wrap it up. Super nice day of fishing. I'll have to add up all the fish and I'll put the total up here. It's over 80 inches, I know that for sure. Anytime you're out on the lakes, you get 5 bass and you're over 80 inches, you're getting some pretty nice fish. I really appreciate you watching this video. Just great to be out on a beautiful day. Cold front conditions. Didn't even know if I could catch anything today. But you know what? Getting a big one in the boat, getting some other nice ones in the boat. What a great day of fishing. Here's the star of the show, the bladed jig. But for the big guy, I guess you could say, the main attraction was the buzzbait. Good to try a lot of different lures. Great to try a lot of different spots. Out in the fresh air, summer 2025. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. All right, my friends who have stuck with me even after the close. Here we go. We got our bladed jig on. We're gonna do some bonus fishing. Oh, yuck. That's how you get a bass. Dead sticking. All right. Future 20-incher. There we go. Nice thump. God, it's staying down. It is staying down for now. We got another big bass. Whew. Bonus fishing. Did you stay for the bonus bass? If you did, you see a nice one here. Let's see if it helps our total. Got a bunch of 17s. Let's see. Mouth closed. 17 and a quarter. 17 and a quarter inch bass. I don't know that helps us, but awesome fish. Perfect setup here. Got the wind blowing in. Decided to try the jig across here, and thump, it got hit. All right, last cast.